Well, good morning. Good morning and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Paul Steer, on the show this morning. It's a hungover, all bear, and the one and only Bridgeman. Evening, boys. I say that loosely, boys. How we doing?
Morning, guys. Wee bit of a sore head this morning, but carry on. Morning, Bridge.
Good morning, you two. A really good morning to you two. Wild, stormy. I hope the game's on. I really do. Now, can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, in particular Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, good morning and welcome to Rangers Radio.
I believe we've got the team, gentlemen, on you's go.
Go on, Bridge.
Okay, I'll give it out. The team is McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Bassey and Barisic. Kamara, Arfield and Aribo. Kent, Diallo and Itten. Substitutes McLaughlin, King, Lundstrom, Jack, Sands, Lowry, Wright, Fashion Junior, should I say, and Roof. Some of the guys got that team right. Last night, I'm sure.
I think it was a combination of everybody. I mean, Southside went for Ian Ditton starting. I think some went for Kamara, obviously Aribo and Arfield, Jack, Stroke. But I don't think anybody got it 100% right. But the big talking point will be the new boy starting Diallo. Albert.
Quite surprised at that myself, mate, to be honest with you, especially up there. Because they're hammer throwers, you know what I mean? So the boys, same as Sands, go to Aberdeen, he's just about to get a baptism of fire. So I was surprised at that. Surprised about it as well, right enough. But they must see something. I don't know, might be a contractual thing that he's got to play a certain amount of games, you know what I mean? Might be that. I don't know. We'll see what we see.
Surprisingly, Lundstrom's not even in the squad. He must be injured.
I don't know how he's been injured. He must have felt
Balogun, sorry.
So McLaughlin, King, Lundstrom, Jack, Sands, Lowry, Wright, Fashion Junior. I know people will be surprised that the boy Lowry is and on the bench, but I'm no surprised. I think it makes sense, Albert.
I mean, he's had 2 run-outs, you know what I mean? And you've got to nurse the boy along. You just can't throw him in there, and then as soon as he's got a bad game, they all jump on his back, you know what I mean? So you've got to nurse him along. He's done well, and he's progressing nice. So leave it at that. If we need him later on, he might come on, produce a wee bit of magic, which we know he's capable. We've seen it now. So he's capable of that wee bit of magic. So I'm quite happy he's in the squad. I'm quite happy he's on the bench, you know what I mean? So he's still involved. It's not a complete kick him out the team and kick him out the first team squad altogether, you know what I mean? So I'm happy. I think he should be happy as well.
Oh, mate, fantastic. I mean, he's ahead of the curve. In 2 weeks, he's jumped ahead of his curve, hasn't he?
Oh, definitely, man.
You know, definitely. But listen, we might see the boy today. You never know. But apart from Morelos, we're getting closer and closer. And people would argue about Bassey, but look, I don't think he looks like a natural centre half yet, Albert. But we're getting close to our strongest team. At this time of the season is important, mate.
It is, mate. This is when you really need to knuckle down now. You need to get them all back. You need to knuckle down now. This is definitely your foot on the accelerator now. This is no messing about now. We need to start scoring more goals.
Bum time.
It is, mate. It is. This is when you know you've got the ball.
Okay, we'll get these phone lines open and get the thoughts on the team. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show. It's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Any shocks for you then, Albert? Is it roughly what you thought? Or do you just the boys starting surprised you?
The boys starting and it starting. I'm surprised at that. I thought he might have wanted more minutes in Roof's legs for the programme that's ahead. You know what I mean? So I thought he might have put him in. I definitely did think he might have put him in. But the boys starting, it's a hidden element and it's an unknown element. Sorry for Ross County. We don't know like a boy is, so they'll certainly know like the boy is. So it's one of the ones that they've been working a game plan all week. That's now thrown into a bit of turmoil with sticking that boy in the team, I suppose. But Itten's a surprise that he got an hour start. He really did, because I don't think he played well against Livingston at all.
No, but it wasn't a great team performance neither, was it? Let's be honest.
No, it wasn't just down to him, to be fair, know what I mean? But he did have a couple of wee things that he could have done better, know what I mean? It might have made a big difference in the game, but that's the margins you're working with now, isn't it? It's tight margins you're working with, and you need to sort of get these wee details right at the moment, and he doesn't seem to be doing that.
And sometimes, Albert, it can just be the simplest thing as luck, yeah?
That's it. I mean, one come off his shin and flies in the top corner, and off he runs, off he gets. No, I mean, starts scoring nearly every game. It's just one of those things. But we need. Well, I'll say one thing. We need to start scoring more goals. We're not scoring enough goals.
I don't disagree with that. Anyway, we've been joined by Bear Down Under. Good morning. Well, good evening to you, Bear Down Under.
Hey, you're not sure. Can you hear me?
Aye, you're in the clodgy.
I'm sitting at the back of my house, mate, but I've just realised my
It's all right, your camera's
signals.
Carry on. What's
First of all, can I say... Oh, mate, first of all, I'd like to say I'm privileged to finally be on my favourite panellist, which is Albert. No offence, Bridge. But,
no problem, pal, no problem. I'm gutted.
Oh, mate, you don't count. You don't count, do you?
Right, thanks for the call. We'll speak to you soon, Bear Down Under.
Oh, stop slagging him, you, man. There's only two people like me, Bear Down Under and my mammy.
Oh, look, guys, as you know, the time difference, I always listen in to pretty much 99% of the shows. I don't get to phone in as much. So with the early kick-off today, it's it's good to join in with you guys. And as I say, I don't get to my favourite panellist, and I just think you're absolutely fantastic, Albert. So
thanks for that, mate.
Anyway, I'll move on.
By the way, we're in this studio. You ought to see his face.
I know. Big ready.
I've got a beamer, mate.
Oh, well. Could be worse, mate. Could be worse. So I just seen the team there, eh? Only one complaint. I wouldn't even say a complaint. It's exactly the team I would pick. More so looking at Parkhead, and it would just be in for Sakala. But obviously, that's big. I don't know, the manager must fancy him. He's brought him back, gave him a chance, and I'll give him more chances. But, through a week, you don't see him in training.
I don't think I've done much training since Wednesday, really, but listen, I think the boy's unlucky again. Is Sakala Bear Down Under then Albert?
I can't understand why we've not really gave Sakala. I can understand why he's had a good chance in that number 9 position with Alfie there. But, why we've not gave him that opportunity to go and, at least give him the second number 9 if Alfie's up to it. Because he, to me, looks as if he can. The only time I've watched him, he's got a problem with sometimes catching watching the offside on the last shoulder. He's got that much pace, but I'm looking at. I don't want to go to Parkhead with Itton as a number 9. Nothing against Itton, just he's had a tough year. He's no, he's no firing all cylinders, and we're just bringing him back. And to me, that Passion's the one that you've got to really be the next number 9, especially with the next game at Parkhead.
Maybe there's two sides to that coin. Maybe he's keeping him for Wednesday with his pace. You don't know. Only the time will tell. Albert?
Aye, I don't fancy it in myself as a starter. I always say he's an impact player. But the other forwards, like Roof, Kent, Sakala, Wright, the new boy, they all need to understand something. Whoever starts scoring goals on a regular basis is going to start in that team. It's as simple as that. Whether it's Morelos, whether it's Kent, whether it's Roof, they're just no. And Big Kitten needs to get that in his head. Start scoring goals, son. And you're not coming out the team if you start scoring goals. Any player who starts scoring goals is not coming out of the team. But they're not scoring, and that's the big problem. That's why it's all chop and change all the time. He might be keeping Sakala for Parkhead for pace. No, I mean because he's played two back-to-back games, isn't he? So it might be just a tactical thing, but scoring goals. They really need to start scoring goals. All of them, not just one particular player. All of them need to start scoring goals.
All right, we'll be jumping back to the release, but before we do that, Bridgeman will give us the team again. Bridge?
The team is McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Vassey, Barisic. I nearly sang those lines there. I nearly sang them. Kamara, Arthur, and Aribo, Kent, Diallo, and it's a substitutes McLaughlin, King, Lundstrom, Jack, Sands, Lowry, and Wright, Fashion Junior, and Roof.
I've been joined by Andrew.
Morning, chaps.
Morning, Andrew.
I kind of agree with Olber there. Kind of surprised with hitting right enough. I would have thought, like if we're playing 2 games and he don't play well, and then we chop him out and we bring Roof in for that game, he's had no game time. I would have thought we would have gave Roof a start there today.
Then you could end up with 2 players that have not got enough game time.
Well, yeah, there is that point right enough, but I'm just worried that if hitting flops today again and Ruth don't get on or come on, and then he decides to put him in.
Ruth looked miles off it and Wednesday.
He did, but Ox coming onto a game, right, he's been out injured and all that, but coming into a game late on like that, you know yourself, it takes you 15, 20 minutes to get in a game. He needs more than just coming on as a cameo sub. He needs a bit of game time in his legs. So I would start him. Yeah,
he looked about 4 weeks away, mate, to me watching him tonight.
So I take it then, and we'll be going Kent on the left, the new guy on the right, and heading through the middle. Then yes. Well, okay. Let's hope he scores, and he, like Olber says, he takes off.
I think there's
strong enough team. Good bench. It's a good bench.
I think there's a few of them taking off today, mate.
It's howling down here, so I don't know what it's like up the road right enough. I see the sheep game, that's gone down, isn't it?
Great idea, this Scottish football winter break, then you start back and all the games start getting cancelled. Great idea, Alberta.
Fantastic, mate, fantastic. Forward thinking with the Scottish FA and SPFL. Smashing. People know right on the ball, them people. Yeah.
Great idea.
Great.
Anyway, most expensive player potentially ever to play in Scottish football today. Down under, we might see him. Am I right? I'm having a punt when I say that. I've not checked it out.
Aye, well, I don't know. It's you look at one thing and it's 20 odd million, and another night it's 40 odd million. Who knows? I don't really. I'm going to judge the boy what he does in the Rangers talk. To be honest, mate, that means nothing to me. But just want to touch on that. You mentioned there about when you were talking about Sakala and the Roof situation. I don't think that Sakala's actually been given the chance to play that number 9 Morelos role under Van Bronckhorst. Is that right? Would that be right to say? I kind of have to tap my head.
No, I don't think it is, mate.
No, I don't think it is.
So if I'm looking at the fact that he's potentially looking at using him even at Parkhead, if it was me, I'd be putting him in this game.
I suppose you're right, but there's 2 sides to that coin. He's covering Kent, the new boy, and Ditton on the bench. Yeah, he can play in the 3 positions, and you're also keeping him for Wednesday. But then the flip side of that coin is that people say you've got to win the day before Wednesday counts. Yeah,
that's it. It's a game in front of you. You concentrate on, as Old Bridge says, it's the most important game of the season, so it's right in front of you. I don't like this looking too far ahead nonsense. You've got to take it, the old cliche in it, one game at a time, and you stand by that, you do well. You don't stand by it and start looking. I mean, that mob across the city, that's all they ever do. You know what I mean? Look away ahead, and if we do that and they do this and blah blah blah, they've won the league basically in July before the season's even kicked off. You know what I mean? But I'm a great believer, one game at a time. And this game, the day, is going to be an awkward tie. It really is. With the weather. Plus, I think they have signed players as well. So we're getting into an unknown situation as well. So I still think we'll beat them. Still think we'll beat them comfortable. But you got to do it on the park on the day. Score goals. I'm going to keep going on about scoring goals because we don't score enough.
Serious question to the Bridgeman. With the forecast it was done yesterday with this storm coming in, should this game have been called off yesterday? Would that have been common sense to stop people travelling?
Oh, 100%, because I just see a wee notice coming in that Aberdeen's game has been called off. Aberdeen St Johnstone.
I believe there was 2 supporters couldn't make it, so they had to shut.
I need the keys of the gun.
No,
That's my understanding.
well,
So, Oxshare, is there a chance that this game's going to be called that?
Well, the weather's pretty bad, and I don't know the actual forecast. According to one of the things I'm reading, the actual forecast says at 12 o'clock it's going to start dropping. The wind's going to start dropping down. So,
I would say it might be postponed if we're winning 3-0 at half time. Just call me cynical.
that's a good chance. That's a good chance. But if there's any danger at all of a match not making it, there should be a very early announcement to allow the guys not to travel. And maybe even the day before. Take it, be brave, But then we've seen it before when
Well, the forecast with storms in are pretty accurate now.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All better.
I mean, that mob of back for selling to a corner bridge. They really can't call games. That's why I'm surprised that Aberdeen game's called that, because that idiot Doncaster's told us there's no wiggle room. So where are they going to play that game? It's mad. It's complete and utter madness.
Well, I think I have to be perfectly honest and say that I don't think they actually care about. They care a wee bit about the Premier League, right enough, but I think they only care about Celtic. I have to be honest and say it. I don't think they care about any other.
I'm sure they could play the Aberdeen and St Johnstone game in the European week, mate. That'll know what
absolutely easy to do, but catering for.
Yes.
Sorry.
All right,
Andy. A UEFA. Let them. Sorry, mate.
I don't know. Let them start at 6 o'clock or something. Andy, you got a better one?
Yes. 4-0, 4-1 and 4-2. You get nothing for it. They'll only get 18-1. Got 14-1 for 4-0. 18-1 for 4-1 and 45-1 for 4-2. Right enough, It's just to get you think with Rangers not scoring goals, you would get something bigger, wouldn't you? But they're just not getting you it,
I suppose it's no bad you put £1 on it in the Stoats, mate, you know what I mean?
Grand, well, a couple of bottles of vodka at the side of my line anyway, so.
You have a chance of putting his granny on.
Definitely.
Aye. Bridgeman, you give the team again, mate?
No problem. Right, McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Bassey and Barisic. Kamara, Arfield and Aribo. Kent, Diallo and Itten. Substitutes. Laughlin, King, Lundstrom, Jack, Sands, Lowry, Wright, Fashion Jr. and Roof.
I'm no one for Clayton on anybody, Andy, but I reckon that Southside was his furthest away with his team last night, yeah?
Did he ever get them right? The back four and all that's not changed. I kind of knew that the new guy was going to come in because it looks contractual there that he's going to have to play a lot of games. Again, I didn't think he'd play Hatton. I feel sorry for Sash. I'd like to throw a question at the guys. Do you think Gio totally fancies Sashin? I'm not convinced he does.
Well, he's not playing in front on the left in front of Kent. And at the moment, it doesn't look as if he's getting ahead of Morelos. Now, with putting in the two wingers, bear down under, he's obviously looking to get crosses in, and if you like, Itten's more traditional than Salah. Fashion Sakala, yeah. Bear down under.
Oxshare, I don't know about that because we've seen that boy with the leap. He scored a few heaters, hasn't he?
He can leap, aye.
I honestly, I don't. To me, it is a bit of a slap to the face to Fashion because he's been playing the left, he's been playing the right. We know his position is through the middle. Then they bring Itten back, and he's been getting more game time in that number 9 role than what Sakala's had since he's been there at the start of the season. I understand that he's probably been filling in that left-hand position for Kent, and then sometimes for Wright or Hadji, whatever. But to me, I would have really, really fancied seeing Sakala through that middle and give him an opportunity to,
there's a
pressure on Morelos.
There's a chain of thought, Albert, that he can't play with his back to goal. What you have to do is a number 9.
That might be true, mate. That might be true, but he's definitely, if you get him facing the right way, he's definitely a threat, and he's definitely a threat. But I don't think the system we play suits the wee boy anyway. I don't think that's... I think he plays better with a two. If he play two up front, big man B1 type situation, I think he'd thrive in that. But the way we're playing him now, and I think Van Bronckhorst knows that he's trying to accommodate him in the wings, but really, honestly, he's not... We've signed him, but we've not signed him for the way we play. I mean, Gerrard's famous for that one, signing players that doesn't suit the system and trying to get them adopt to your system. It never really works that. You got to sign the players to suit your system. But I like the wee boy, I must admit. His enthusiasm, and he can take a goal and he's got bursting pace. He's brilliant going forward. I like the wee guy, and he never gives up. That's what I really like about him. He never ever gives up. And no matter how bad a game he's having, doesn't care. Let's just give me the ball. I'll keep going. I like that. I really do like that in a player. Didn't work today, but he doesn't get himself down. And next game he comes out again, big smile, and away he goes again. Excellent attitude, brilliant attitude. Some of the other players could look at that boy and say, going to start smiling when you're playing, so they're all looking about with their face tripping them. That wee boy, he's infectious. I like him a lot.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? A wee bit of bromance. A wee bit of bromance, Andy. But what you and Alex Kelly, yeah?
Oh, aye. Well, at least said, yeah. Aye, he keeps going on about that picture you put out there on Wednesday. I've not lived that down, by the way. I'm getting calls and texts for everybody. Aye, tell you.
What picture was that?
Oh, you know what picture that was, right enough. I don't think I'm going to live that down, to be honest with you. I've got a bad feeling when I come up in match, it's going to be posted in all the lampposts around the ground, right enough.
If you see this guy.
I'll use it for my passport picture when I get away all over the road like that.
Never thought of that. Good idea.
The worrying thing about that was he's better looking than me. That's the real worrying thing about that picture.
Doctor your passport.
The wee boys.
Can I ask a question, guys?
Let Bird Down Under come in, then we'll come back to you. Yeah.
I don't want to dwindle on this thing, right? But I just want to put it to you guys as well. What my wee concern is for this. Itten has another bit of a stinker of the day, right?
Uh-huh.
Then we're sitting looking at going, well, who's going to play this number 9 role? Who have we got? And we're asking somebody to go in there that's not really been given the chance, that number 9 role in this system. I just, I know you kind of look too far forward in the next game, but
you could place a Callan and Ditton the day the two of them could run at each other and be injured for Wednesday. You can't worry about Wednesday after the day.
Yeah. No, but I don't think it's... Why are you not giving him the chance? He's not had a chance in that number 9 role.
Do you think that one outing against Ross County would change how you would play in the big wide open spaces against them?
I just don't think you prefer to give the boy, in that bigger stage without giving him a run out at all. That's my hardest, it's like Itten's, obviously he's putting it in, let's be honest, he's putting it in there to me, but he's basically saying, you go the other day, I'll put in another faith, this is the third time, son, you go and nail that jersey for the next game, score a goal. He obviously sees something in him, I get that, but it could go the other way. And then you've got the debate. Why is he playing it, and why is he not playing the cat? Vice versa. To me, I don't just go.
Anyway, mate.
What's that?
But look, we could be really critical of the manager after the game, all better, or we could be saying Big Itton gets a hat trick and we're saying the manager got it right. We don't know.
That's it, mate. He knows better than us. He sees them every day. So I hope it works out. I mean, I think that's what everybody's saying, really, that we all hope that Itton works out and he does get the hat trick, or he does start scoring goals and win games with his goal scoring. We all hope that. But what we've been seeing so far, he's not been doing very well, to be honest. But it could change. And Van Bronckhorst could be proved to be a genius. You know what I mean? But hard to see at the moment. It really is hard to see at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Bridge, what are you coming in with, brother?
I was just going to ask the question about, particularly about Fashion Junior. I wondered if everyone, I see him being used by Rangers as the outball. So he's a man you can just punt it out to the right or the left, whatever, and he'll chase it and pick it up. And he's very good. With the ball at his feet, he's very good going forward. The comments that we made, that has been made, that sometimes can't get the ball and pull it in quick enough, it's true. And it's the same. That's the same for Itten. He can't quite grasp the ball. He's back to goal and turn and fizz it properly. You know, he just can't do it. They can do it sometimes. It works for them sometimes, but not enough. Because I'm sure that Sakala could double or treble his goal scoring if he was in the middle and was able to turn properly. We know there's a wee weakness there, but I just think the boy Sakala. When I watched him the other night, it was just magic. It was just absolutely terrific, and he did an enormous amount of running. And he's a great outball. Get the ball in his area, run about him, and he's away chasing it, and he'll get it.
Right, I'm going to cut across. We're going to hear from our new signing, Diallo. Yeah, let's hear from him.
Ahmad, welcome to Rangers. Why is Rangers the club for you?
Tout d'abord, j'ai choisi ce club parce que je pense que c'est le club idéal pour ma progression. Et j'ai tant réfléchi parce que j'avais beaucoup de propositions, mais j'ai choisi Rangers parce que
we hadn't checked it out unless you think it's an episode for Del Boy. We don't think it's going to be a great listen. Right, obviously his English isn't the best, a bit like you, Albert.
Definitely, mate. Definitely.
Aye. So wish him the best of luck for the day, and hopefully he gets out there and starts. Yeah.
Absolutely. He looked a bit. I seen a wee training session where he looked a bit lost and a bit lonely, but still, he'll come around. I'm sure the the guys will get round about him.
Mm-hmm. Aye. Is that a big talking point for the day? The boy start? Me? Aye, you, mate, and then Bear Down Under.
Aye, really. Aye, that and that, but we've done it, and so aye, definitely. I'm actually surprised at that type of game in this kind of weather, because to all accounts, he's a ball player. And that'll not be conducive to that park up there in the conditions with the hammer throws will not be conducive to a ball player. But he might prove me wrong. Might prove me wrong big time and put in a performance that really impresses everybody, and that's what we're hoping for. But with Sands getting into Aberdeen, I thought it's a bit unfair, but they done well enough, put it that way. And let's hope this boy lays on a few for it in the day.
All right. You enjoyed that interview, Andy? Do you want to give us a quick update on what he was saying?
I was just going to say, what the hell was he saying? Look, hopefully he comes on and does well, but the worry is it's Scottish football, isn't it? And if he shows any kind of form anyway, especially these teams, they're going to kill him anyway, So it's whether the boy can adapt to Scottish football as well. But hopefully it does. And, like we said last night, we need a right winger. The only one we've got's right, and he's not going to cut it at Rangers, I don't think. So hopefully the boy gives us a short-term gap till he looks in the close season to see who he's going to, sort that right winger out next season. But good luck to him, I will say that. He's putting a blue shirt on for us, so hopefully it goes well for him. If he gets that right, couple of good touches straight away, creates a goal, then that settles him down straight away, doesn't it? So hopefully that scenario happens today for us.
By the way, I never thought I'd say this, but you made a very good point last night, mate, yeah?
Oh, I made two. I made one the other week as well, didn't I?
There's a lot of time between them usually, right? No, but when you said about bringing the boy in and stunting Lorraine youth, if you like, yeah? Mm-hmm. Why not use one of them? And I thought about it after the show, and I'm saying, see, as a manager, I don't think you care about 6 months' time. Giovanni's going to get the best team on the park, and behind the scenes, what on the rest of it. But his priority is the next few weeks winning all the games. And if he thinks he improves for team, that's how he's in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can go along with that. It's just something he said yesterday when he said, well, I didn't sign him. Wilson signed him, So I'm going the other way and thinking, does he really want him there? But you're right, what you're saying there. He's got to get the results each game we go out there, because, as we said, we're counting the games down now. We must. To say Wednesday, forget that. I'm not even remotely. We know what it means to us. I'm not even remote. It's about getting a result today. And as all this, I want to say is do it with style. Just give a fan something to give. Oh, come on, that was great. That was good. We're ready now. So we could do that. And you know what I think? I like the quick goal and then follow it with a second. But we've not been doing that for a long time now. That's the worry.
We'll be joined by my good friend Domano. Afternoon now, Domano. Afternoon.
Good afternoon, people. How are you all?
Good, mate. Good. How's yourself?
Aye. Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Happy New Year and all that, but we're well past that, aren't we?
I think so, mate. It's February in a couple of days.
Just phone up, put my wee bit in about the forward line. I think I agree with the same that Sakala's been kind of let down a wee bit. I don't think we're in a position to be putting the high boys in with the wind. Well, you could see right big hitting in there for the high, keep the high boys low, keep for the high boys. But to me, this is a game for on the park, playing the ball along the deck. And we've got 3 players that can do that, you know what I mean? And just a weird one where big hitting's been thrown in, but hopefully it proves us wrong. Gets 2 or 3 goals in there, cements his place, I suppose, for Wednesday.
I still think it doesn't matter what Hitton does today. I still think we'll be still saying, well, would you play Sir Callum on Wednesday because of the different area of surface you'll be playing on, yeah? The space what you get,
Aye, he likes the space, doesn't he? He just likes to run at defenders, and that's a defender's nightmare. He's doing that. He's only that's doing it at the minute, running at a team, running at a defence. Now I think we need that for Wednesday. So maybe we'll get a come on the second half if Hitton's no producing anything. Hopefully, maybe they're just resting him for Wednesday, conditions and all that.
We don't know, mate. You might have a wee knock. We also don't know that neither, mate. Yeah.
Yep.
We don't know. Listen, we're a strange breed, and including myself and that, albeit Kent's back, Aribo's back. We've no mentioned that.
No, I know. Two were better players, by the way. It's not right, I don't know. I hope, put it this way, see Weekend, a good point on Weekend, he's having a poor season, mate, he really is. For his standard, he's having a poor season. He really needs to start showing up to the party again, because, 2 goals and 1 assist, or 1 goal and 2 assists, or something stupid like that. I know he's been injured, but still, you're expecting a lot more for that boy, you know what I mean? I don't think he's turned up at the party this season, to be honest with you. And he's one of my favourite players. I like Ken. But come on, there's time to get the finger out and get on with this.
I think they've been a bit harsh there. I would accept it up until his injury. He came back fit. I think he's been all right. I mean, he got his penalties to road, and I think he's contributed under Gio. Bear Down Under.
Sorry, Oxford, who are you talking about there? I just had my young bloke in. Ryan Kent, hot and cold, isn't he? I think he's been a bit hot and cold myself. And I'm not going to disagree with my number 1 panelist for sure. That's, serious bromance happening here. So anything old there says, I'm backing him up.
You've got a hander there, old there.
I've definitely got a hander here, mate. It's good, isn't it?
No worries, pal. No worries. I think we've got to expect a wee bit more for Ryan Kent. Maybe since Broncos has come in, we're all playing a new style. We're asking them line up the first shoot and keeping the lines. But no, I think you made a good point. Obviously, we've got him back and we've got Aribo back. I think Aribo's the key as well. But also, maybe Scotty Arfield. I think he seems to fit into Van Bronckhorst style probably better than anybody else. He breaks the lines. And I think he gives Van Bronckhorst that bit of captaincy more out in the field as well. When I watch a lot of the Rangers TV videos and the coaching, Scotty Arfield's got a bit of a, loud mouth on him, where I think he's got a bit of respect in the playing group and a bit of a loud voice. And I think having him back there, and obviously he said that he's keen to get him a new contract. I think he might be the bit of a key moving through this part of the season. And, let's be honest, all Rangers fans, he's done as well the past few years, Scotty Arfield.
Aye. I mean, listen, we'll not know him, but that goal he scored the other night could win us the league,
It's a great goal, wasn't it? Superb goal, some technique.
Excellent finish. Excellent. By the way, Fox has just come in, Bear Down Under. He's agreed to send you a signed photograph of Albert without the picture. All right.
Believe me, Bear Down Under.
I've got this picture. I reckon you look like a Sean Connery.
Oh, I knew. He looks like Sean Connery. I knew.
Aye, buddy. It's got under.
Oh, well, mate. You get the
voice. Fox is doing you a favour, mate. Fox is sending a photo of me without the photo. He's doing you a favour,
mate. I think he's an old cruelty, old bear. That's terrible.
Oh, well, you don't want to see my fucking coop. Oh, sorry, my coop anyway. So.
Oh, I've seen that when the picture's on some boats celebrating 55, mate.
That's when I didn't have my tap on, then.
No commenting on that, mate. Right, okay. What's the score going to be?
Arfield, mate. Can I just get a wee thing about Arfield? I think Arfield's the bottle in the team. He's the bottle of that team. Without him, you can see we're not the same when it comes to the actual bottle. He really is. He's a fighter. And he doesn't give a damn who we're playing. And he's up for it all the time. So it shows the rest of them. Like, don't get messed about. And without him in there, I think we're a weaker team. And he also breaks the lines. So for me, he's the bottle.
Brown took the liberties of Arfield been playing up at Pittodrie?
No chance. No chance.
Aye, right, you're right.
I think Arfield's a superb player, and for day one, Gerrard, manager, manager, I did Arfield as a captain. He was my captain, know what I mean? For day one.
Mm-hmm.
But he's injury prone.
The way he plays combative, mate, you're going to get knocks. I don't want to make your head any bigger, Albert, but I've just had a message from the Utrecht Loyal over here in Holland, and can we say that we're Albert's biggest fans? They'll take a signed photo, love his aggression, and describing the state of
right.
There you go, Utrecht Loyal. Albert,
I'm his biggest fan. I started this, alright? In fact, I reckon he's my biological dad. Alright?
To be the biggest fan.
Don't you start that, carry on.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute, Albert. Albert, I'm Albert. I'm like Albert and Honor. You've got me in your side. I want to talk to Ox and Fox about my contract here. I need to get a contract extension here.
He's that famous that he's talking about himself in the third person, Andy.
Brilliant.
Can I ask a question about Albert? See the Rangers Radio monthly magazine, is it going to be page 3 or is it going to be centre spread?
It's centre spread plus page 3, mate.
Oh, I'll tell you. That's going to scour a few minds, that, and see that, I'll tell you.
When Mrs. Albert says it, she'll kill him.
Oh, tell me.
Mrs.
waiting
Albert,
up for me last night.
Mrs. Albert will be getting fed up getting this played back to her. Listen to this.
Just wait till he listens to his OnlyFans account.
Albert, don't you listen to him, by the way. Don't listen to him, alright?
No bother, pal.
Fox tried that, he lost money. Right, what's the score going to be, Andy?
I think 2-0, 2-1. With the conditions, I'd like to see us get more right enough, but as long as we come out of it with a decent performance, I'll take that,
I'm hoping for more, but
yeah,
because of the state of the season, I'd just take a Bridgeman and move on to Wednesday.
Oh, no more of them, please, geez.
I know, it's no good to watch, but Albert, the superstar.
2-0, I say, 2-0.
2-0. Kilmarnock.
+2. Yeah, just want to get the first goal, get the second goal, so it's less pressure. And
that makes sense. But
can I put a wee shout out now to my mate down in Birmingham, Pete Dabson? Did better down there. and he's meant to get a stent fitted yesterday, but tested positive for COVID, so that was up in the air. So he's an avid listener here, you know what I mean? So just a shout out to Pete.
What's his name?
Pete Dabson.
All right, all the best to you, Pete. Hope everything works out and get well soon, yeah, and get that operation done, yeah?
Yep.
Bridgeman, would you take that scenario? I know you'd settle for one, but Kilmarnock's makes sense, wouldn't it? Get the second goal and play without pressure.
Oh, 100%. That's what we all strive for. We don't want to see Rangers playing under pressure at all. But no, I don't think it'll be a big scoring game. I like to be wrong, of course. But a 1-0 will do me, definitely.
Radio silence.
Aye, Zahing. Shares on mute.
I'm talking to myself there.
Do that, Bridgeman.
You get an answer back?
I'm in shock. I was just saying I'm one of Albert's biggest fans as well, but nobody heard me. Listen, I don't think me and Bridge can shut the show. I think we're going to just shut up and pass it to Albert.
Yes, absolutely.
Are we shutting the show or is this us going to the game now?
You're in charge, mate. It's your show.
I'm in charge. Just to everybody out there, enjoy the game and onwards and upwards for the Glasgow Rangers. There will be no surrender with us. We'll go right ahead with this, Mum.
Here.
Here. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle. We don't know if Albert will be here because we might not be able to afford them. Take it away.